Okay, linear equation problem solving. The town currently has a population of 2,000 people. It's growing at a rate of 100 people each year. How many people will be in this town 5 years from now? So I have people and years, so that's 2 units. And I tell you what y and x need to be, so we're going to go with this. Okay, so I have people, and that equals y. And then I have years, that equals x. And then per, I want to put years below it and people above it. Whatever x is goes below it. So what do we have for people per year? Well, not that. Each and per mean the same thing, so that would be 100. Remember, each and per and each are synonyms. They mean the same thing. So y, mx, y. So my m value is 100. Get rid of that m and put 100 in. And I'm looking for people I had before it went up by 100 each year. So before I see we had 2,000. Okay, so pretty easy to write the equation. It's 2,000 plus 10x equals y. Now, 5 years. What is 5 years? What letters should that go in for? Well, years is x, so it should go in for x. So here's my x, got a 10 in front, so before I scribble it out, I want to put a parentheses. And here's this y at the end, all by himself. That's just saying, plug my other side into my calculator and solve for me. Okay, I got 2,050. Or sorry, not 10, that's 100. I screwed that up. Gosh darn it. It's 100. 200 plus 100x. That's a 100, not a 10. Okay. 2,000 plus 100 times 5. 2,500. Okay, so 2,500 is equal to y. And that's my answer. Again, if you're wondering where I got 10, I didn't. It should have said 100x. Okay, number 2. A town's population is growing at a rate of 200 people each year. 4 years from now, the town figures to have 4,800 people. How many years will it take the town to grow to 6,000 people? Okay, so again, there's 2 units underlined. So again, the format, identify units, make your line, and write an equation. So I have years as x, and years is equal to x, and people is equal to y. If you can't tell what my x's and y's are, all you got to do is ask. Per, put years on bottom, people on top. Okay, my people per year, each and per mean the same thing, okay? So 200 people each year, that's per year, so 200, it's a rate of change. So I come over here, and I know my m's 200, so it's something plus 200x equals y. Now I need to find how many people we had at the beginning, but there's no amount of people that come before 200. Well, there were some people. You just got to figure it out using your y equals m dot x plus b equation. And we always need a combo on a story problem. But it has to be one of each of these. They have to appear in the same sentence. There's nothing in that sentence with 200 people. And that I've already used 200, so I can't use that for my combo. 4 years from now, comma, the town figures to have 4,800 people. So those are in the same sentence. So 4 years and 4,800 people. Now, which is x, which is y? So years is x, and this is y. You need to get rid of these 3 things because I need to solve for b, and that's the number I'm going to put there. So I know my m is 200. Now my y is 4,800. And then I need to times my 200 by the x, which is 4, because that was an x there, m dot x, 200 times 4. So you got 4,800, and then you need to put the equal sign. And then you take 200 times 4. Well, that'd be 800. Not 800b, though. Get the plus sign in there so you can put a 1 in front and then circle it. So you don't divide, okay? You get this 800 over here. That's 4,800, or 4,000. That's 4000 equals 1 dot b, but if it's the dot number's a 1, there's no point in dividing. It's 4,000. So now I have my equation. 4,000 people to begin with, plus 200 people times the years, 200x, equals y. Now I have 6,000 people. So 6,000 people. And people's y, so it needs to go in for the y. So you don't have anything in front of y, you can just scribble it out. Now you can't just plug it in on your calculator now because the x is not all by itself at the end. You need to dot it, circle it, and get the x by itself. So I would subtract 4,000. So 200.x equals 2,000. That's what that minus that is. And then divide by 200. And 2,000 divided by 200 equals 10. Okay, so that's going to take 10 years. Since a new plant moved into town, the town's population has grown by a constant rate each year. 3 years after the plant opened, there were 6,200 people. 5 years after the plant opened, we were up to 7,000 people in town. How many people does there figure to be in town 10 years after the plant closes? Again, 2 units. The years and the people, they're in bold, so you can tell, is that an important unit? Well, yeah, I put it in bold. Okay, so I've got years, and years is x. People has a y. We're going to need to make a line and an equation. Okay, so per people per year. Well, 6,200, that does not say each year or per year. There's no per each in that sentence. 7,000 people, no, that's after 5 years. They had that many people. That's not per year each year. So we don't have anything here. So we use the y minus y, x minus x formula. Now y is people. So people go on top, and x is years. Years go on bottom. Okay, so find your people. You got 6,200 minus 7,000. I know that's going to be a negative, but then if the bottom's a negative, the negatives will cancel. And then the years, we have 3 and 5. So 3 minus 5. Okay, 6,200 minus 7,000 is negative 800. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. And that's going to equal positive 400. So there's 400 people per year, and that's my M. So I had to figure that out, but that's the go-to formula if I don't know what to put there. So my M is 400. Get the Y out of there. Now, I didn't even have 400 people per year in this problem to start with. I had to figure it out myself. So I'm not going to know what came before it unless I use y equals m dot x plus b and identify a combo I can put in for y and x because I know 400 is my m. 3 years after the plant opened, there were 6,200 people. Okay, those are in the same sentence, so 3 years. And 6,200 people. So 3 years, that's x, and then the other one's y. So get rid of these 3 things. Because I have an m, 400. Don't get rid of the b, though. That's your answer. That's what to put here. B stands for beginning of the line. Okay, now y, that would be 6,200. And then we need to times our 400 by the x, because there was an x here, and that's 3. So I have 6,200 equals, and I need to take 400 times 3. You got to put equals after the 6,200. 1,200. And it's not just 1,200 B, it's plus B. That's a plus. You got to carry your plus down, plus B, put a 1 in front, dot it. And I know this here is either added or subtracted. It's positive, so it's going to be subtracted. Okay, so that's 5,000 equals 1 dot B, but I don't really need to divide by 1. It's going to be the same thing, so that's 5,000. Okay, so now I have my equation. 5,000 plus 400x equals y. Okay, now at the end of the problem, it says 10 years. That's the last number you have. So 10 years. Years is x, so we put that in for the x variable. X, I'm going to parenthesize it first to separate it from the 400 that's right humping up against it. And now I put 10 in. Now again, here the y is. He's all at the end, all by himself. So all you have to do is plug that in to your calculator. So 5,000 plus 400 times 10, 9,000 equals y. So 9,000 people. Okay, and then finally, an ice cream parlor sells cookie dough blizzards and mint chocolate chip blizzards. Cookie dough blizzards, notice how that's in bold, underlined. That's 1 unit, costs $2.49. Notice how money's underlined. That's a second unit. Each, while mint chocolate chip blizzards, notice how that's underlined, costs $2.29 each. The store makes a total of $120.59. If they sell 19 cookie dough blizzards, how many mint chocolate chip blizzards can they sell? There are 3 units, so we don't want to make those the line, okay? We want the table. Okay, so remember how to do this. And there's only one. I will tell you on the test how many total costs you have, because I know there's another problem where you have 2 sometimes to put down here. This one has 1 total cost. So total, and how many, the dollars it takes for a single unit, and the total cost. Okay, so I have the cookie dough, just put cookie, and the mint chocolate chip, so mint. And there's 1 total cost. What is it? It's got to be a money amount. It's got to be the total cost for all the things you bought. 120.59. Okay, now up here is non-money amounts. Find me a non-money amount. Well, that's a money amount. That doesn't go here, and that doesn't go here. 19, and it's 19 cookie dough blizzards, so I'm going to put 19 in for cookie. And since I didn't have to put the number here, I'm going to black it out. Sometimes I have to put the number here if it doesn't say which one, and then I got to put X, Y, but not on this problem. And the mint's going to be the X. Now let's go and talk about our money. Well, I always black this one out, okay? Doesn't really apply. So find me some money amounts. Cross out 19. We already put that in there. $2.49. Now it says cookie dough blizzards cost $2.49. So 2.49. No variable. And then it says the mint chocolate chip blizzards cost $2.29. And I don't know how many there were. That's the one thing I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so multiply. 19 times 2.49. 47.31. And then the other one is just 2.29 with the X connected to it. And X is the only letter I have, and that's a solo X. There's not another X down here that I would have to do the adding pyramid with. So I have 2.29X. Before equaling this, I need to add 47.31 equals 120.59. Okay, now solve for your X. You're going to dot it and circle it. minus 47.31 minus 47.31. That's 2.29x. So 120.59 minus 47.31 is 73.28. And then you divide and you're good. So 73.28 divided by 2.29, and I got 32. And that's your answer. So there were 32 mints, final piece of the puzzle, only one piece that was missing, okay? Remember, on a non-money amount, if you cannot put that number in either one of these, you'll put it here, and that's X, and that's Y.